I don't care what I do, act, stand up, write, direct. It doesn't matter as long as I'm being creative and it's good work. I hate cell phones. They are not for good, they're for evil. They're for gossip. My kids have played soccer and baseball and basketball, and the parents who come to games are always saying and doing things that are just wildly inappropriate. Certainly early on, I kind of modeled myself after Steve Martin and Bill Murray. I would imitate them sometimes. I have the bigger iPad, but the mini is the best. It just seems perfect. The old one seems so big and heavy. I like simple and clean. I never analyze stuff with comedy because it's boring. It makes you stop being funny. Just be who you are and do what you do, and you're either funny or you're not. First off, I don't do self-deprecation comedy based on being fat. I would always talk about it honestly. Secondly, I don't care how much I weigh. Comedians sometimes forget that there's an audience. You gotta be conscious that you're performing for other human beings. I'm from Chicago and it's a huge influence on me. Directing is really my favorite thing to do, but if I never directed again, I'd be okay if all the work I did was good. I'm a freak for great movies. I love movies. There's only one true superpower amongst human beings, and that is being funny. People treat you differently if you can make them laugh. I don't think I'm ever going to retire from stand-up, but what I have retired from is working the road every week. I never analyze stuff with comedy because it's boring. It makes you stop being funny. Just be who you are and do what you do, and you're either funny or you're not. I like raconteurs. I like conversation. I like The Tonight Show, when it was 90 minutes. I like when people aren't plugging things per se, and they're just in the moment being interesting. I have gone to many theaters where it is so unpleasant with the commercials before the movie, the volume, and the disrespect of the filmgoers. So I understand people not wanting to go to the theater. Directing is really my favorite thing to do, but if I never directed again, I'd be okay if all the work I did was good. For me, baseball is more comparable to chess than it is to hockey. I have the bigger iPad, but the mini is the best. It just seems perfect. The old one seems so big and heavy. I like simple and clean. Certainly early on, I kind of modeled myself after Steve Martin and Bill Murray. I would imitate them sometimes. Forget full of myself. I'm not remotely impressed with myself. Parents have got to chill out. Let your kid eat dirt. They're gonna be fine. The only thing that I demand of the audience is that they listen to what I'm saying. Other than that, they owe me nothing. They don't owe me a thing. I'm totally comfortable not being as funny as Larry David. Why do I want to be challenged or have challenges? That's why I don't go climb mountains. When you see a bad romantic comedy, you see the script, the director, and the actors trying to create this warmth and this pathos and this feeling that you care about them. That cannot be manufactured. It's either there or it isn't. I do love directing. It's probably my favorite thing that I do. As an individual doing a podcast, you don't get even remotely rich. It's not something to do for money. Directing is really my favorite thing to do, but if I never directed again, I'd be okay if all the work I did was good. I like independent movies, documentaries. There's not a lot of movies that are commercially made that I dig. I've avoided doing network shows because I don't think they're true to real families. In my stand-up, I generally improvise from an outline. Whenever I meet someone who's talented, I always want to write something for them. Acting's fine if the script's written by Paddy Chayefsky and Martin Scorsese directs it, but unless you have something like that, I don't really enjoy acting. The worst kind of idiot is the one who doesn't think they're an idiot. If you're gonna be a maniac, Pyro's not a good maniac. By the way, to perform in front of Don Rickles, it's not nerve-wracking. It's enjoyable. I am enjoying Jeff Garlin. I hope I perform in front of Don Rickles every night of my life.